Nick, what did you feel like the keys to this game were?
Uh, I mean, when you lose by 30, not many things go, your way. So I don't know we didn't shoot the ball well. Our decision making offensively wasn't great. Defensively, we didn't do a good job either. So I mean, pretty much all of it.
Josh, do you have a follow-up?
I don't. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Vooch, with how much the offense is struggling, how do you kind of keep your confidence up? How do you prevent frustration from kind of setting in and staying confident in what you guys are trying to do when it seems like it's such a big struggle just to even score?
I think it's not as much that we're struggling to make shots or not. It's more the fact that our decision making that it has to get better for us to have a chance to win against good teams like Boston or tomorrow Brooklyn. We can when it's mostly frustrating because when we do those things, when we move the ball, when we play for each other, when we have activity offensively and we play with energy, we're able to cut the lead tonight to 4 or 6 in the third, and then we go on for like stretches of like minutes where we just take first look we get, and we don't make the defense work. And a lot of times, when take bad shots usually ends up being easy points for the other team on the other end. And so we have these stretches where teams can build uh, leads against us, and then for us it's hard to come back. And so that's the same thing happened against Milwaukee, Dallas, and then tonight again when we got the lead. We go in these stretches where we just don't do what we need to do on either end of the floor, and then it's hard to play that way once the team gets up 15, 20, especially teams that's as good as those teams. It's harder to have a chance.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Vooch, when you guys are as shorthanded as you are, especially from the ball handler perspective, just how much does your margin for error close, and how much does it magnify some of the small errors of offensive execution?
I mean, tonight the Celtics were shorthanded too, so I don't see that as any reason for us to use that as an excuse. But I mean, I think our margin for error overall is very minimal. I think we're a team that has to play very well to have a chance against some of those teams, and when we don't do the things that we need to, it's going to be difficult. And I mean, we know that, so we just have to do it.
Do you have a follow-up, Dan? You okay? All right. James Hill, Black News Channel.
Booch, one of the best things about the NBA is it's a long season and there's 72 games this season. You get another opportunity tomorrow in Brooklyn, and then you go over to the Garden and play. Just talk about continuing to grind and playing with that Orlando Magic spirit.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing about the NBA. Things can be great, for a few days, and the next few days, not as good. And so it's kind of what happened. We started the season off well, and we fell off a little bit, and we just lost 4 in a row. So it's not always easy to deal with that, but you have to be able to. You have to be able to get through the up and downs of the NBA season, mentally, physically, and fight through them. So, tomorrow, and if we go out there, play a great game, win, everything feels great. Everybody forgets about what happened. It's just the way it is. So we have to have that mentality that just, each, you learn from each game, win or lose, whatever happened, good or bad, you have to learn from it, see what you did good and bad, and move on, and get ready for the next game, especially when it's a quick turnaround as it is for us. Tomorrow we play Brooklyn at 6, so we have to get ready for that. And then they're obviously a very good team, and we don't know who they're gonna have out there, but they're very talented. So you have to prepare for that. But yeah, it's just the way it is, and usually we've been pretty good with that over the years here, and hopefully we can continue to do that. But I think the losing part, I think it's not as much as losing is just when you get blown out by 20, 30 points a few times in a row, it gets difficult.
All right. We got to get Vooch to the bus. So this last question, Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
You touched on it there. How much do you lean on the experience of especially the last few years where you've had bad losses over the last few years, but you were always able to kind of keep your level. The team was able to keep its level and still accomplish its goals. How much do you lean on that and know this is still a long way to go?
Each year is different. Each team is different. You know, each guy is different, but you just have to do that. I mean, it's just the way it is in this league. You can't dwell on things and you can't celebrate things, you know, either for forever. You just have to move on. And so we had a tough stretch, you know, a couple of losses, and you know, tomorrow is a new opportunity for us to show better face. And so hopefully we look at it that way. But yeah, I mean, you just have to. I mean, in this league, you have to be able to do that. I mean, just like either good or bad, you have to be able to quickly forget and move on and get ready for the next game. And I mean, we're pros and we have to be able to do that.
All right, Booch, thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank